Welcome to my live, guys. Welcome to Auntie D. Auntie D is here. Guys, we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very serious about what we're doing in life because things have a way of coming back and haunt us. No, why I say this, it has to do with what have discovered. And there are times we do things, or things, should we say things happen to us? We do things and we expect to get chances. But sometimes the chances are given and we don't realize that we are getting the chances. I am speaking about Ground God. No, Ground God was a part of she was in the community for a while. I personally used to admire her when she was with the team. That's when I was really watching her. And to me, she was very lively, was a very fun loving person. Even Color said it. All the team were so, you never hear anything funny. But until when she was given a task to what she should pay attention to with regards to the team, as Color has given instructions. Now, I don't know what has got into her head, but we realized later that it was Nikisha that had filtered her brain with so much nonsense in the end now that now when we see they are not together. Whatever could have caused them both Ground God, Gigi, affectionately called, and Nikisha, you know, it has now left a sour taste in Gigi's mouth because looking back to when I used to watch her with the team, when the situation came up, guys, you know it go already, and Colors went there and and tried to talk to her, and this whole flare up with Nikisha, and she didn't come out and even try to. That was what got to me then, and try to quell the thing and explain, for she knew she was wrong because the boss had told her with Colors, where and what to do, and the boss had come for her that morning. And the way how she did not come out, and she didn't, and with all that was going on, she never showed gratefulness. No, when we look at what is happening now, maybe when she look around her and realize what is going on, and she could have been way ahead, much better off. Maybe she thinks now that she's thrown out, Nikisha doesn't want her around him anymore. You know what I call Nikisha, guys. You know, man. Nikisha doesn't want her around him anymore. So Nikisha, they are separated. That girl was booming so well. But I know, I look at her and I said, she's going to regret it. And I don't know. And I know persons in the community must have said it to her. But all that time, her brain was just filled up with Nikisha. I am wondering if it's because Nikisha was fair-skinned and she couldn't resist the complexion, or what was it. But no, they are apart. And baby's there. She maybe she's looking back now, reflecting on where she could have been, but she was warned. Colors warned her, and she didn't listen. And now, where is she now? What is she gonna do? She's so uncomfortable. Sorry, maybe she's looking back to say, like the prodigal son, when he realized that he was with eating the meals of what the pigs were eating. That's when it reached home that he should go home. So maybe because she's in a rough spot, she's uncomfortable, she's bewildered, she's looking around and see that she made a total bad judgment to go against Colors. It was a bad judgment that she made, right? And now she's looking back. Maybe she's checking to say, I could be here, I could be there. She got a chance to go on the plane and to travel. And with all that attitude, it was not necessary. Colors was just trying to help her, as Colors had shown. She was even being given the house. The little pink house would have been hers. And she act as if, the guy, the drama. I won't go back over that because we all watched it then. And I said to myself, if somebody can see such good in me and trying to help me as give me a place to live like that, why shouldn't I? No matter what the man was giving, no matter how pregnant I was going to take that. If the man doesn't want to come up there, fine. I will find a way. But I wasn't going to let it pass. Growing up, we always hear our parents say, first water, hug see, the hug bathe. Because the hog knows that it cannot manage without the water. No matter what you have to give the hog, or the pig. The pig wants water, but not just water to drink. The pig will wallow, wallow, wallow. That's the pig's nature. So when the pig see water, the first water, the pig not going to pass it. No matter how you're strong to pull him, he's going to wallow first and then come within it. So she no saw the water, she got the water. She refused it. She refused it. Maybe she thinks that going over to that guy's place would have made life easier. And I'm sure, I'm not there, but I'm sure persons would have warned her not to forsake Color Smith and the team and go in that direction. Because at the time, the feeding on was going on between the two because she was recognized then because the other person knew what he was going after. But obviously she didn't want to think that. She thinks she was maybe in a category by herself. I'm so sorry. I can't tell Colors not to because we know Colors have a kind heart. But I don't think Colors is going to get himself mixed up in that again. Because that brawl that happened at the yard, it could have been so much more serious. I think God intervened and see, Colors is not no anywhere less than when if she was on the team. Colors have improved so much. His name has gone even wider. He has traveled much more places. Right now, he's not even on the soil here. So, let me say there. So, when you make a mistake, and you have to acknowledge that you made the mistake, it can be very hurting. But until you see it, but who is going to wait around until you see your mistake or your fault? Nobody's going to wait around. So, grow God, sorry, but you have to see yourself. You have to see yourself. Maybe you're just seeing yourself, no, because your hands are full. Everywhere around you are full babies and papa babies. And your dream is not realized. You understand me? So, guys, I'm so concerned and I'm happy. I'm happy that Colors is not even at the very moment on the spot for anybody to nag him to say so. But it was made clear that, and he told her that she's going to regret it. Then couldn't she have listened? Why couldn't she have listened? She could have. But they have a saying again, if the cow won't hear woe, what happened? That cow belongs to the butcher. So she didn't listen. She's going to have to pay the price. She will have to work her way out of it. But please, Colors, please let them work it out. Don't take on any unnecessary stress and cause you to become derailed because we know you're focused. And if Colors decide to assist her, I can't say Colors don't. But I believe when you give people chances, let them prove themselves. And I believe Colors would have given her chances already because she would have messed up before, but maybe not so grave. But look at that brawl the morning. Look at the brawl, the attitude that came off. It could have been much better. It could have been much better. So, guys, tell me what you think. Do you think the Chief should be taken back on the team? And, then the people leaving the team, and this one leave, come back, that one leave, come back, then the team going to become meaningless. What are your views on it? What are your views? I think if Colors have anything, you should just give it to her and allow her to carry on, whether it's some money or some food or something. But for now, I don't think it is wise for her to be on the team. And I know Colors will not refuse from giving her food or anything of that nature. Even money, he will not refuse because Colors is not a mean person. He's all about building and lifting up. But I would suggest that Color should just allow her to stay on the other side and work with the team, because you never know. She can come back for a good or bad, but I personally believe she should not rejoin the team. In any case, not now, because the one never knows again what will happen. They have a saying again: once bitten, twice shy. Once bitten, twice shy. Guys, put in your comments and let me know what you're thinking so we can continue the conversation. I would like for us to keep it up and talk more about it. And remember, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to Auntie D. Subscribe and let us keep talking. And make sure, guys, you put up your notification on all, so when I go live or I put out a video, you will be notified. So, see you in my next video or when I go live. I'm out.